Hello everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. And before I begin, I would just like to remind you that if you enjoyed the video, be sure to click that thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. But anyway, let's get on to the draft. Zahid, Djinn of the Lamp is quite strong, especially if you take it early so you can prioritize artifacts a little bit higher. It's also blue, which is, as many of you may know, my favorite color in this set. Wizard's Lightning is good as well. But I think Zahid's strong enough to be worth taking. Even if you cast it for 6 mana, it's pretty good. It still closes out the game in a hurry. And if you can ever cast it on turn 4, you just win the game. So that's pretty. I think it's a pretty clear pick because it's just kind of a bomb if you can get it early. Later on, I might consider, like, if I was already blue-red going into pack 3 and I didn't have a single artifact, then I might take Wizard's Lightning depending on my deck. But I still think I'd probably take Zahid. And then I'd go Wizard's Lightning, and then I'd go Grow from the Ashes out of this pack. So I will prioritize artifacts a little bit higher. Oh my god. What the heck? Someone took an uncommon over Daragaz? I already have a blue card that's really good. Dang, this is really tough. Because I want to just take Skittering Surveyor or Memorial to Genius. Probably the Surveyor because I have the Zahid. I don't think I can play both of these cards, so I think I'm just going to keep to blue, but Daragaz is insane. So, since I already have... Oh, man, this is so tricky. I think I'm going to take Skittering Surveyor, because it's a good artifact to curve out with Zahid. Memorial to Genius is also nice, though. I'm not taking Vicious Offering. It's between Skittering Surveyor and Memorial to Genius for me, and then Academy, and then I'd probably take Academy Journey Mage. Dang, Daragaz is so good, though. Now I'll take a Grow from the Ashes over a Wizard's Retort. Daragaz just asks so much. Maybe the person probably took an Icy. That's probably the uncommon that was missing. Someone's probably getting a third pick Daragaz and being like, what the heck? We're going to take a Grow from the Ashes over a Gideon's Approach here and over a Wizard's Retort. I don't mind a Wizard's Retort, but I think Grow from the Ashes is quite nice. Now, pretty easy Blink of an Eye over Arvad, over Dark Bargain. Blink of an Eye is just quite good. Probably my top, like second best blue common after Cloud Reader Sphinx, I think. I think it's really close between Blink of an Eye and Divination, but I think I would probably take Blink over it. Fire Intervention is also nice, but I'd like to be able to play my Zahid, and I think these cards are comparable in power level. I think Blink's probably a little bit better than Fire Intervention. Arvad's also nice. I don't think I want Sylvan Awakening. That's more the card you pick up later, and it's good then, but... Okay, so we're seeing green cards, which is nice. I do like Yavimaya Sapherd. Vidalian Arcanist is a consideration, though. I think Sapherd's better than Arcanist, but I could still audible out of green. Onslaught's also fine. And I do like Arcanist. I think I'll take Arcanist. Stick to blue. This just leaves me more flexible later on. Now I don't think I'm going to take Deep Freeze, so now I will shift a little bit. And now I'll take Krosan Druid here over Llanowar Envoy. I do like Krosan Druid a decent amount. It's a pretty fine 3-drop. Envoy could be decent if I decide to splash. That's the only time I'd ever run it, though. I don't think it's good as a 3-mana 3/2. I don't love Befuddle. Befuddle's the type of card that you played in your deck, and it's always like decent, but it's never like it's like your first card to cut. Ooh, Weight of Memory. Oh my gosh, this is an incredibly late Weight of Memory. Weight of Memory is excellent. You should not be getting these with 8 cards left in the back. That means nobody around the table wanted it, and it's like very strong. Drawing 3 cards is just really good. I do have a little bit of ramp for it too. 2 ramp spells to help me cast a little bit on earlier than you might expect. So far, I'm not really regretting the Daragaz pick. I only have 1 artifact for the Zahid. I have a pretty solid blue deck. Daragaz is a sick card, though. Now we'll take a Pierce the Sky. I don't mind main decking a copy of this. I think it's better than Arbor Ornament. I don't really want Power Stone Shard. And Radiating Lightning's not my colors. I do like getting Pierce the Sky, though. I'll probably put it in the main for now. I'm going to put Blink in the 4-drop slot. I'll keep him in the 6-drop slot for now. And these are both all 3-drops. So this is what my curve looks like right now. So far, all of the cards I've taken are in blue or green. And all of them are pretty strong. I think my worst card is Llanowar Envoy. And even that's like not the end of the world. I'd just prefer not to play it. I don't mind running an Arcane Flight. I don't mind Tolarian Scholar either. Arcane Flight's only good if you have Snapper, and since I don't have a Snapper, I kind of want to just take the Scholar. But I do already have a couple 3-drops, so I could take an Arcane Flight here. It's a pretty low cost pick, because I would run one Arcane Flight if I had one Snapper and I needed more win cons, so I do kind of have some win cons already. I guess I'll just take the Scholar. I can get a Flight later. Oh, Pierce to Sky for the sideboard is nice. There are some decks where you really want more than one. I think Scholar is better than Envoy. Wizard is sometimes relevant, and 2/3 is better than 3/2, I think. There have been a couple close picks in this draft. We took an Arcanist over a Sapherd. I think one of the other reasons that Arcanist is better is because 2-drops that are good are harder to come by. Wow, we got back Sylvan Awakening. I don't love this card, but I'm not opposed to running it if your deck has like a couple Growth from the Ashes. I have other ways to get lands. Gift of Growth is fine, but I think I'll take Sylvan Awakening just because it's a nice win con if my deck does get in that direction, and missing out on a +2/+2 on tap effect isn't the end of the world in a deck like this where I'm probably going to have bigger stuff than my opponent and not need to like use pump spells as much. And this card can be like one of the best cards in your deck in certain decks. I'm saying this from experience where I've only ever played it in decks it was good in because I most of the time don't value it very highly. But I think it can definitely have potential. I could still transfer out of blue. I'm going to take this over the Lava Runner. But I don't think I really have a reason to. I have several good blue cards. I guess I can't really. I'm pretty solidly blue-green at this point. I've been seeing both colors and late Sylvan Awakenings. I mean, if you're a green drafter, you don't pass up on Gift of Growth and Sylvan Awakening. Okay. This pack. I could splash red and take a Fire Intervention, but I don't really necessarily want to put myself into splashing black right away. I mean, red right away. I do like Journey Mage. Trickster's also nice. I'm not sure which one I'd prefer. I'm not sure which one's better. So the only green cards are Spore Swarm and Envoy. I don't think I'm a Spore Swarm deck. The only blue cards that are of relevance are Trickster and Journey Mage. I'm not taking the land. I could take this as a splash, but I don't want to. I know there's already good blue cards. I do like Journey Mage. I think I'm going to take Journey Mage. Trickster is fine, but not... I think bouncing stuff is just pretty valuable, and it helps you recover on tempo if you spend some time drawing cards. I already have a couple wizards to make it cost 4 mana, potentially. Whoa! Verdant Force is a nice payoff. Yeah, this card is good if you have some ramp, and I already have a Grow from the Ashes. I can probably get another piece of ramp, and then it would be very good. There's also an Eviscerate, which is, ideally, if I was splashing, I would want to splash black in this deck. So Eviscerate is the type of card that I would consider taking here if there weren't a great green card for me. But since there is, I'm just going to take the Verdant Force. Seal Away was also another card, but I would probably rather splash black. Verdant Force is a nice pickup. Fungal Plots is solid. I actually do want to prioritize Blood Tallow Candle a little higher just because I have Zahid. And I'd ideally want like 3 artifacts. I think Fungal Plots is probably decent in this deck. How many creatures do I have? 1. I have 8 creatures right now. And I have a little bit of self-mill from the Weight of Memory. Blue can also get Homerite Explorers that can self-mill you a little bit, which makes Fungal Plots a little bit better. But blue-green does struggle with removal sometimes, and Blood Tallow Candle fits with the Zahid, so that's an interesting choice. It's between Plots and Candle for me. I don't really need another top-end guy right now. I already have 2 big guys, and I can probably find another one at some point. So it's between Candle and Fungal Plots. I think I'm going to take the Candle. I don't love Candle, but first of all, I'm in a color combination that doesn't always have good removal, and second of all, I have Zahid, so Zahid. And casting Zahid on turn 4 is just you just win the game, so having that be a possibility is really nice. I would like to pick up a couple Divinations. Doesn't look like I'm going to need to play the Llanowar Envoy. If I can get a couple more Grow from the Ashes, I could play a Sylvan Awakening as a win con. Ooh, Divination, perfect. Daneth is nice, but I'm not white. Keldon Raiders, fine if you're red. Warcry Phoenix, fine if you're red. Venturous Impulse is a card that I would probably play because I have a lot of powerful stuff to find, but this is perfect. I really like Divination. Divination is just really good in this format. I think it's the number 3 blue common. I think I would take Blink of an Eye over it, but I think it's deck dependent. It's to some degree, because once you already have a couple Blink of an Eyes, you take the first Divination. So I think you'd rather have like a 1-1 split than 2 of one and none of the other. Though I'm not even sure which one I prefer. Oh my gosh, another Skittering Surveyor? Sign me up. So there is another Blink of an Eye, but as I said before, Zahid is really good when you cast it on turn 4, and Skittering Surveyor is a premium artifact, and now I can splash black or white incredibly easily. Wrath is fine, but I'm not going to splash white just for that. Blink of an Eye is also great, but I'm just going to take the Skittering Surveyor because it helps my Zahid, and now I have 3 ways to find a splash color between the 2 Skittering Surveyors and the Grow. I think I'm going to take a Baloth Gorger over a Homered Explorer. I do like Baloth Gorger a decent amount in this type of deck because I do want to be able to block early, though I don't have a ton of green cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 green cards. I could try to just move into white maybe, but I think pack 1 showed me a lot of green. Knight of Grace is fine, but I'm just going to take the Baloth Gorger. Okie doke. So, now there's a Pardic Wanderer, there's an Ancient Animus. Animus could be decent. Could just take a Homered Explorer. I'll just take the Homered Explorer. I don't really want Power Stone Shard in this deck, even though it is an artifact. I have 3 good artifacts now. I mean, this one's solid, but these ones are actually good. I'll just take a Homered Explorer. I could end up with some Graveyard Matter stuff, especially if I end up splashing black. Now I'll take an Adventurous Impulse over Guardians. I'm not going to splash a double black card, but Adventurous Impulse is fine. Envoy number 2. Maybe I just take an Invoke the Divine. I don't really think I'm even running the first one. I'll just take an Invoke the Divine. Maybe I splash white out of the board if I really need an Invoke. If I need 2 Invokes. Nah, I'll take... Arbor Armament's probably just worse than Pierce the Sky. I think I'll just take another Invoke. Fungal Plots came back. That's nice. Makes my self-mill pick up a little bit nicer. Probably not running 2 Adventurous Impulses. Like foil... I'll take Rat Colony. I don't need a foil forest. Okay, so I'm open to splashing any good card I open pretty much, except Daragaz. Like, I still don't think I could splash. I might have gone super ambitious and tried to splash red and black just to play Daragaz, but that was before I knew I'd have 2 Skittering Surveyors. Sylvan Awakening would be fine if I got another Grow. Whoa. Steel Leaf Champion. All my green cards are like super heavy green. It's crazy. I think I'm still going to take it because even if I cast it on like turn 5, it's still pretty big. I'm not splashing Garna. I could splash like a Fiery Intervention or a Wizard's Lightning. There's also a Candle, which an Arcanist. I'll just take the big green card. I'm gonna have pretty decent mana because of my Steel Leafs and stuff. Ooh, I really like picking up a Saproling Migration. That's great. I don't really need a Deep Freeze. I have a little bit of interaction already. I have this thing. I have Blink of an Eye. I guess I don't really have much interaction, but I'm just gonna take Saproling Migration. It's just so much better. It also gives me a good 2-drop. That's also relevant late. Okay, we're going to cut this card right now. I'll take Blink of an Eye over Goblin Barrage. Goblin Barrage is the type of card that I don't think is insane. It's just 4 mana, deal 4 is just not insane. Like, Shivan Fire is so much better. Fire Intervention is better because dealing 5 can be pretty relevant. I guess not super... Again, that's a lot of stuff. And the Artifact Kill is pretty relevant because of Icy and Jousting Lance, so I think Blink of an Eye is a pretty nice pickup, though. I like having a couple of those. Syncopate over Baloth Gorger, I think, is going to be the play here. I do like Baloth Gorger in this type of deck, but I do have a little bit of top end already, and I want more interaction, especially cheap interaction. And I do really like having access to one Syncopate, because then it gives me, like, if my opponent has like a fight with fire, then I'm not just dead to them. So I like picking up Syncopate over a Baloth Gorger here. Spore Crown Thallid. I have Fungal Plots as a little bit of synergy, Sapling Migration, and that's pretty much it. I'll take Sappered. Cloud Rooter Sphinx, excellent pickup. This deck is looking quite solid. I can easily run 17 lands, but still never flood. Yeah, so my deck's looking pretty good right now. We ended up not really splashing anything. Ooh, Wizard's Retort is fine. I do like Mammoth Spider, though. I think I'm just going to take the Spider. I already have a Syncopate. Don't really need a Befuddle. And Spider's just nice as a blocker. Huh. Shanna's not really worth splashing, I don't think. I'm just going to take a Crozen Druid. There is a Short Sword, which could help my Zahid come out earlier, but I already have pretty decent artifacts to go with my Zahid. I'll just take the Crozen Druid. Crozen Druid can help me stabilize if I'm getting rushed down. Makes my lack of removal a little bit easier to bear. No, I could play Ancient Animus as just a little bit of interaction. I don't mind it. I don't think I'm going to play the Sylvan Awakening. Sorry about that. Ugh. Ooh, Arcane Flight. I don't really need that, but it's better than Wall. Even though I do have Zahid, I'm not playing Wall in my deck. Another Ancient Animus. I'm just going to take Gift of Growth, though. I'm never going to want two Ancient Animuses, and Gift of Growth is a fine sideboard card in some matchups. I'll take a 2-drop here over another Envoy. Hey, we got a rare. Let's go. Let's go. Feels good, man. Okay, now we just have to sort through our deck. Figure out what stays and what goes. But I'm liking the look of things. We didn't end up splashing anything, but that's not a huge problem. It just means we'll have pretty consistent mana. Probably going to cut Hammered Explorer because we don't have a ton of synergy with it. We don't really have any synergy with... we're going to count this as a creature. Don't really have a great Fungal Plots deck because we don't have a ton of creatures or Sapperling synergies. Then we'll probably just cut a Tolarian Scholar. We have a lot of 3s. Tolarian Scholar is definitely the worst one. And that lets us have a little bit more green in our deck. Though we do have Surveyors to help us find green, so... Let's see. Sort by we're going to run 17 lands. Sort by color. And then let's see. So we have a triple green card, a double green card, a triple green card, double blue, Blink of an Eye to like double blue. So we want a pretty even split. But I think we're going to favor green a little bit. We're going to go 9-8 in favor of green. And then that's going to be our deck. Don't really want any Adventurous Impulses. Maybe we could run double Impulse and then go 9-7 in favor of green. We don't... I think we're going to be fine with this build. I don't think we really want Sylvan Awakenings. I like running one Pierce to Sky in the main because I do have a little bit less removal. I'm glad I have this Syncopate though. Okie doke. Let's see how we do. Jesse, red, white, 2. Oh, yeah. If you hear any background noise, that's my dad in the background. He's on the phone. He talks very loudly when he's on the phone. Or maybe it's just his normal speaking voice. I don't really know. Okie doke. Excellent hand. We're going to keep this one in a flash. All of our mana cards in the same hand. If we draw our Zahid, we just win the game. All we need is 1 land, which is very likely. Now we just want to draw Zahid. Give us Zahid. Wow, not scary in any way, shape, or form. Does make Syncopate for 1 a little bit sketchy though, which is kind of funny. Because he could like bring in a land at instant speed and pay 1. Though on the flip side, if he like goes for a 4-drop here, Relic Runner is fine. I'll just play a Skittering Surveyor, fix my mana. I'll get an island. It can block Relic Runner. I'm happy to make that trade. And if I end up going for if it does make it like unblockable for this turn, then I'm still fine. Oh dear. Oh goodness. Tatyova against my deck with no removal spells is a good card. Need to find a big creature for my Yeah, things are looking rough now. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna Skittering Surveyor again. This game could definitely get out of reach quickly. Wow, this is so bad. Oh man, I would have had my Syncopate up too, potentially, for it if he'd like had to wait a turn. Okay, Relic Runner is not a good card though. So he basically has a bunch of like mulligans in his deck. Oh my gosh. The Tatyova is getting me. Okay, there's a removal spell for Tatyova. So we can go land. Kick this. I should have played my island because now he knows one of the cards in my hand. But then next turn I can surprise attack him. So yeah, I'll hold up Syncopate for 1. I'll hold up Syncopate for 1. Okay, Marwyn's fine. Okay. Oh, that was a good draw. I'm going to instead Steel Leaf fight these two. And then I will play Candle and still have Syncopate for 1 up. I'm lucky he missed land drops there because the lands were like really good draws for him. I have my audios on. Okay, perfect. Oh, nope, 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 not going to fall for that. He has Marwyn. This only gives -5, but it's still fine. So we have 8 lands in play, 9 lands in play. So we can shrink this and block. I think we're just going to play these and then we can chump it a turn. And this just gives us more flexibility here for the future. Because I don't want to just not do anything, because then if he doesn't attack me, then I'm just in a bad spot. Now if he attacks, I'll just throw away a Saproling token. And it's no big deal. And then I can gain 10 life. Or I could double block it. So yeah, he probably doesn't want to even attack me. Mill myself. We milled Zahid, a forest, island. Play a land. Pierce this guy could be relevant. Next turn we're going to play our Verdant Force. We won't play our Crows and Druid yet because gaining 10 life is good against the Relic Runners. Yep, things are looking good. We have infinite chump blockers for his worm. We can eventually just bounce it to do an alpha strike. He can't really block our Steel Leaf champion. Okay, he has a land. Yeah, I think we won this game. You can even blink of an eye our own guy if we need to. Oh, poor opponent. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Oop, did not mean to swear there. Whoops. Oh, dang. His Marwyn gets us again. Ouch. Oh, he's just casting it. Whoa. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, gosh. I thought he was kicking it. Sorry for cursing, folks. The 8/8 is big. I might end up using removal on one of the 2/1s, so I don't take damage if he draws Historic. Though he can't have that much Historic in his deck. And I am gaining 10 life, so I'm probably fairly safe. This Marwyn being able to tap for mana is really annoying. Apparently Syncopate for 1 is pretty strong. My opponent's playing around it like a master. Not sure if he's doing it on purpose. I'm still liking my position. I have a Verdant Force in play. It's just generating value. Opponent's tanking about something. I'll be right back. Okie doke. I drew a Sap Herd. That's a fine draw. Gain 10 life. If he attacks me with Primordial Worm, I'm just gonna throw like all my one powered guys in front of it. I wish I hadn't milled my Zahid. Would be nice to have. I do have a Cloud Reader Sphinx in here. Scout's fine. Don't really care that Marwyn can tap for more mana. Do need to be careful not to deck myself. Now that I have the Sphinx, I'm feeling pretty good. Ooh, that's a good draw. I don't need to hold up Syncopate. I don't think he has another Slin Voda. If he does have another Slin Voda, then he outplayed me, but like, okay, Steel Leaf champion of his own. It's an elf, so it pumped Marwyn. Nice. So we can save our bounce spells for one big turn where we bounce Slin and bounce that and attack him with everything. But for now, we will just start chipping. And we'll probably use our Blood Tallow Candle to kill the Steel Leaf on his end step. For now, we'll hold up Syncopate for however much mana we want. Okay, we don't care about that card, even though it does make his Marwyn a bit scarier. Could even just bounce Marwyn if it becomes a problem. Okay, so if we, let's just do the math. If we bounce, 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 which we have the mana to do, this is 2, 4, 9, which we clearly have. Bounce, 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 he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 12, so 12, so 7 plus 12 is 19, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers against 19 attackers. Yeah, that's got to be correct. Let's just do it. We don't really want to draw cards because we don't want to deck ourselves before our... Cast that. Do we kill him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's 12 getting through for sure, and then this guy can't be blocked. No, this guy can be jumped here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, oh no, he can't even, yeah. He can't kick Slin Voda. He can't block the Sphinx. Yeah, he can't block everything. There's no way. I haven't even, He can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he lives at 1 maybe. Yeah. But since he can't kick Slinvoda, I'm not afraid of losing anything because I know all the cards in his hand pretty much. He's dead if he blocks like this. Yeah, he needed to block my 2-powered dude. It's all good. Okay, so my opponent has some expensive stuff. I wish I had another counterspell, but that's why I like Syncopate in this type of matchup. Okay, Sylvan Awakening doesn't seem great if the board's going to stall out. I didn't see a flyer, so I'm going to take out Pierce this guy for now for a Gift of Growth, maybe. That's the thing about when you don't see flyers, aggressively take out your Pierce this guys. Okay, so those aren't coming in. Sylvan Awakening seemed decent, but I think I already win the late game against him. And yeah, like if my opponent had a better late game than me, I might consider bringing this in just so I have a chance of a top deck for the win. Don't think I need Fungal Plots or Corrosive Ooze. I'm just going to bring in Gift of Growth. I don't really want Hammered Explorer. I could bring in an Adventurous Impulse, but I think I'm going to be fine. And Gift of Growth could be nice because he has like a Steel Leaf Champion, so I could block it with Gift of Growth and stuff. This deck is pretty sick that we have. Okay, easy keep. We have 2-drop into 3-drop into Zahid if we draw it. I always like to pretend like we're going to draw Zahid. We're just going to run out the Blood Tallow Candle, I think. Because it looks like we might be able to curve out. Okay, thank goodness. No turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion. Maybe it is a turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion. I jinxed myself. Definitely going to get a forest with this Surveyor. We definitely have a game plan with this hand. Survive until we cast our Verdant Force. Oh, that's so good for me if he doesn't play a Steel Leaf Champion here. Yes! Get a Forest. I can play my own Steel Leaf Champion next turn. Or an Academy Journey Mage, depending on what I need for the situation. Opponent's deck seems pretty decent. He has a Tatyova. He has a couple of relevant things. Slinvoda is like fine. Okay. Not casting anything again. Is actually pretty strange. Oh. Well then, we're going to bait with our Steel Leaf Champion. Because I don't think he can actually beat Zahid. And he might have a counterspell, and that's why he's holding stuff up. No, he doesn't. We're not going to attack with these because he might have the 3/3 flash, and it only is 1 point of damage, and I don't want to lose him for free. But, oh my gosh. I don't know what's in his hand. Where did he scry? Put it on the bottom. Okay, so now he doesn't have counterspell mana up. We can just resolve our Zahid. And we are in great shape here. They're both 5 power, and if he doesn't play anything, they both can get in, so... But I'd rather have a Zahid. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap that. He's not in a good spot. I don't know what is in his hand. Maybe I don't remember seeing a ton of double blue cards. And I saw him late enough into the game last time that I know he's not splashing, or like he's not missing a main color. Okay, Tatyova is fine. Okay. Fine as well. We can kill Tatyova with our Blood Tallow Candle. Smash it in for a lot. And then we can Academy Journey Mage anything relevant the next turn and win. You can have a 1/3. Oh, Song of Freyalise. Okay. Yeah, not really worried about that. I can put him to 2. I'm just going to kill this. Stop any life gain. Stop him from ramping out his Slin Voda. Because that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 if he had a land. So that's like the only way I can lose the game. So I'm just going to kill the Tatyova. I could have bounced both of them. Doesn't really matter which one I use. This way, if he does manage to assemble a force that can fight my stuff, I have 2 bounce spells for any flyers. You have to go Pierce the Sky, Baloth Gorger, but he doesn't have enough mana, so I don't know what is in his hand because he didn't cast anything all game, and he didn't have any counter spells. This is one of those games where I'm just like kind of confused. Okay. That was a pretty easy win. Our deck is pretty great though, so I'm expecting more of the same, hopefully. Maybe we're supposed to main deck an Adventure Symbols. I like Pierce the Sky in the main though, as my like situational card. Okay, on to round 2. I found that not having a ton of removal isn't like super relevant. Like you want to have removal for like important stuff. Like game 1 could have definitely spiraled out of control. Ooh, maybe a turn 4 Zahid. You too, amigo. He said good luck, have fun. Definitely keeping this. Turn 4 Zahid would be great. Blue, I do not mind facing blue with my Pierce Disguise. Just need to hit 2 land drops and we're going to win. That's how this is going to go. There's one. And we can counter Adeliz here. Okay, he's casting Giju Chronicler. And there's land number 3. Let's just cast our Sap Herd. Stall the ground a little bit. And then we'll cast our Zahid next turn. Because we want him to tap out here. We don't want him to hold up like Counterspell Magic or play around our Counterspell by not doing anything. Cyclops. Journey Mage. Yeah, that's fine. If he bounces the token. Yeah, that's fine by me. I can trade perfectly well. And I can cast my Zahid and just win in 4 turns. And blue-red can't really kill Zahid unless it has Deep Freeze. That is why we took the Blood Tallow Candle fairly aggressively. Because having enough artifacts for Zahid is quite good. 3 is like a fine number. He could bounce it, but then I just replay it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that is not particularly efficient. Like, he gets in for 4 damage here. If he has another bounce spell, it's kind of annoying, but he can't really kill Zahid, is the problem. And it can block for days. I can play my Mammoth Spider next turn and start cracking in. And he got me for 4, but I can get him for like 5. And then I have life gain, and I can kill any irrelevant flyers he plays. I can start holding up Syncopate. Here, he could have a way to deal. He doesn't have Fiery Intervention. He would have attacked with both. I think I'm fine taking 3. Because this way, I would be fine with the 2-for-1, but I already have a Mammoth Spider coming down. Siege Gang. Oh dear. Well, that's annoying. we are going to see what we shall see, I guess. Maybe I should have blocked there. But I didn't know he would have the Siege Gang, to be fair. Getting back a blink of an eye. Mayhaps. Yep. Okay. I don't know. We're just going to kill the Siege Gang while he's tapped out. We know one of his cards is Blink of an Eye, and we know nothing. We know he has 2 other cards and Blink of an Eye. Gaining 10 life is going to be quite good with this card. 5 mana for. And now we have enough mana to hard cast the Heat if he bounces it. I do want to play my Arcanist soon. What happened to my hair? Oh my gosh, he can do 4 damage. No, he can just straight up, no, yeah, 4 damage. Okay, so we know his last card is Blink of an Eye. That was a great draw. What happened to my hair? I don't know what you're talking about, Max. It's ruined now. I don't know. I don't think it's ruined. I thought you were going to make a comment about the window or something. That's what you usually do. Okay, he can bounce something, but it's not terribly profitable. I guess he could bounce his own... Oh. The Narameha. That's actually quite good and very annoying for me. Okay. So he does get in a big attack here. No, I didn't get my hair cut shorter. 4, 6, 10, 12. I'm dead. Wow. I guess I should have held up Syncopate instead of... Jeez. 2, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got a 2 and then I have nothing I can draw. Well, I'm not wearing my hat, Max. Maybe that's it. Okay, I didn't see any flyers, so I'm going to take out Pierce the Sky for now. I'll bring in Corrosive Ooze. This is another cheap card. Wow, I felt like I must have screwed up something that game. That game felt very, very winnable. Yeah, I feel like I messed something up. Yeah, we'll keep this. We have turn 4 Zahid. If we draw 1 land. Yay, we did it. We got there. We got there. He's opting. He put it on the bottom. Tetsuko. Kind of annoying because Wizards has a lot of cards that have 1 power. Yes, we would like to find a forest. Maybe if that was what it was. If I had blocked his 3-2 and accepted the 2-for-1 on my Zahid, he would have used his Shivan Fire, and the next turn I would have had my Syncopate up for his Siege Gang. Okay, now I'm just going to start holding up my Syncopate. I have my Ancient Animus. Blink of an Eye is the bane of my life. If he has Blink of an Eye, he should be using it on Zahid probably here. And then getting it for 4, but I'm not even sure. And then he could cast his Siege Gang, but I could then kill it with my Ancient Animus. Yep, there goes Blink of an Eye. Definitely best for me to just recast Zahid here. Then I can block Journey Mage, except the 2-for-1 if he goes for it, but then I'm right back in that grim spot where I don't have a target for my Ancient Animus. Okay, another Journey Mage is fine by me. Yep, I think I'm just start cracking in. Severe is a good blocker. Hit number 1, I need 4 hits. And I can Syncopate a 5-drop if he goes for 1, or Warlord's Fury. Sure. I'm going to fight them. If he has another bounce spell, I was already dead, so just going to hope he doesn't. It is going all right, Cornball. I might lose to this opponent. He's been fairly aggressive. No blocks, I'll go to 8. I can double block this next turn. Okay, Academy Drake is fine. I can beat Academy Drake. I'm doing something right now, Jack. Okay, I think I'm going to go for... I want to keep attacking him, keep the pressure on. I want to attack and then hold up my bounce spell plus syncopate. So I can counter unless he pays 4. Seems fine to me. I go to 5. Attack with both, put him down to 2. We can then blink of an eye his blocker if he goes for it. We'll hold a blink of an eye though. Yep, he has to hold it back, or he's attacking. He doesn't have it. He could have a Journey Mage. I think he has to attack with Tetsuko. Very least. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he has to hold the back. Get you? Oh, he has his own Zahid. What the heck? So we're going to bounce this one so that he has to chump with the other one. Okie doke. So yeah, he now has to chump with Zahid. Oh, he's rescuing it. Okay. And we will cast. So if he casts Zahid again, he can't cast his Drake. So we're going to cast Steel Leaf and Vodalian Arcanist. Instead of our Verdant Force. Okie doke. So opponent's in a bad spot. He can't cast 2 flyers. So he could cast 1 flyer. He could cast his 2/2 to chump this, but then he can't block the Steel Leaf. So he has to have like a 1-mana 1/1 flyer to chump this and play Zahid. And yeah, I think we're gonna be fine here. I think opponents, since we know 2 of his cards, we're feeling pretty safe. Yeah, he concedes. Okay, now that we know he has Zahid and Drake, I think we're going to bring in both our Pierce Disguise. Corrosive Ooze doesn't seem as good because we know he has Tetsuko as one of his 2 drops. What do we want to cut? Maybe we'll only bring in 1. I feel like we want both, though. Yeah, I'm really worried about it. I'm just going to bring in both, and then I will cut. Ancient Animus is probably my worst card, but it could be necessary against his 3/2s. We could cut Grow from the Ashes. It just tapping 3 mana to not do anything in this matchup seems bad. So maybe I should have just cut my expensive 8-drop. Okay, so we could go turn 3 Steel Leaf Champion maybe. We'll keep. Have I watched any coverage of the recent GPs? I have watched some coverage. So we need to draw a forest. Island's also fine. Pretty much any land. Okay, Warlord's Fury. That's fine by me. Island's fine. We'll just cast our Arcanist now. We can just cast... We just have to get on the board early so we don't get run over. And then we have our Pierce to Sky to kill a Zahid. We have our own Zahid for if we draw a Skittering Surveyor. Okay, if we draw Island, we can kick Blink of an Eye. If we draw a Forest, we can cast Steel Leaf Champion. So we're good either way. Okay. That's a good one. We really want to draw a Forest here so we can cast our Steel Leaf Champion. That's the best scenario. Candle is not great. Because we just have to recast our Crozen Druid. Okay. Okay, so we're missing land drops and our opponent isn't. We're going to try and trade with this one. Okay, successful trade. Siege Gang, we're screwed. Well, that's not great. Oh, man. Dang it. Feels bad, man. Dang it. We needed to hit our land drop on turn 4.
And I think maybe the steel spatulas are a little bit.
Okay, folks. If there's any background noise, it's just my folks. Okay, we'll try to... Okay, we can block here, make him waste his mana. This card's not really doing much for us anyway. This way he can't cast Zahid if he wants to. If he does cast Zahid, we can kill it with our Pierce to Sky, the sideboard tech. This hand just really didn't develop the way we wanted it to. We're going to kill one of his tokens. Actually, we're going to... Yeah, we'll make him use his mana to sack another one. He let it resolve. Jeez. He must have something he really wants to cast. Okay, Drake is fine. Okay. So we could cast Zahid. I think we have to cast Zahid and hope he doesn't have a bounce spell. We're dead to a bounce spell. Either way, pretty much. Yeah, we're just going to cast Zahid. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Come on, no blink of an eye. Come on, no blink of an eye. Oh, deep freeze is fine. I'm fine with deep freeze. I take 5. So I have to kill the goblin. Dang it. Arg. So if I play my mammoth spider, he can attack me with all this stuff. I block 2 of them. I go to 3. I think I'm dead.
How's that work? Better?
So if I block Siege Gang, then I think I'm dead on board. Haphazard bombardment, okay.
Pantry.
Jerk, blowing up my lands. No. Please. Ugh. I hope he kills my island. Dang it. Wow. That was such an unlucky draw. Okay, we're gonna kill this token so that we're not dead on board anymore, really. Okay, now I just have to draw lands and I'll be fine. Opt. Okay, so I think my opponent could have killed me there, but they didn't. And now I just have to draw lands and I'll have a chance. Oh, and now I'm screwed again. No! Wow. He's a sniper. And I am the best at drawing forests. Marshall hasn't. I think it's just because the GPs haven't been close to Marshall. Wow, I am getting so screwed in this game. If he'd hit... I just needed to hit a land drop, so it's turn 9 and I only had 5 lands. Ugh. Now I can't even cast my Sapling Migration. Wow. Getting rolled.
Good. Is he good?
Yep, getting hit for 1. Just come on, forests. Oh my gosh, give me a forest right now, please. Please, deck. Forest.
Is he good?
Wow. That's the opposite of a forest, and we concede. Jeez. We had all the tools to beat him, but we couldn't draw lands earlier on. Like, before he cast the Haphazard Bombardment even, we needed to draw lands, and we just couldn't get the job done. Hey, not me. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Dang, that's a frustrating one to lose, because I think our deck was probably better than his deck. I don't know. He had Siege Gang, but we could have totally beaten him if we drawn lands. Why am I streaming from the rainforest? That is a good question. I don't know. I just was in the rainforest, and I decided to stream. Yeah, if you hear any snide comments from the background, that's my brother. He's in a bad mood. Let's get the spicy 2-1 with this deck. Wow, I am in priority. The better question is, why am I not streaming Cube? I don't particularly like Cube drafts. They're fine. Like, they're a nice little change of pace for every now and then, but I'm not like a Cube fanatic like a lot of people. Ooh, we found an opponent. Okie doke. On to the final round. I always say how much I hate them. Do a single draft, love it, and never draft a format again. Sounds about right. I'll go first. Oh, there's a good hand. It's funny that last round we had Zahid like every game, but we couldn't cast it one of the games. We won one of the games we cast it, and we lost one of the games we cast it. Okie doke. You got 6 cube trophies. That's pretty good. Pretty sweet. Arcanist into Surveyor into Journey Mage seems good. Opponent may be on that mono green lifestyle. We are definitely getting a forest. Yeah, I have the 5/4 in my deck. My last 2 opponents ago, I played against someone that had the 5/4. I don't think my last my opponent last round's deck was particularly good. I think it was mostly like his draw lined up well against mine, like because he has good tempo plays, and he drew him, and then he drew Siege Gang. The 2 games he won, and Siege Gang's pretty much unbeatable. So, yeah. I have checked out the core set, not me, in preparation for my 15-minute set review. I was thinking of doing a review video of my predictions for top 5 commons in Dominaria, because I made a thing where I was like thinking about what the top 5 commons would be, and then I was pretty far off on some of them. We're going to bounce this. Tatyova Brawl. Oh my gosh, that's actually sick. Okay, so he's using Memorial. That seems horrible. Opponents, he's sacking a land. He's only got 2 lands in play now, and yeah, he's just dead. That was a really bad play. You can't sack this card when you need lands. And I'm bouncing your Llanowar Elves. I get that you want to spend your mana, but okay, you hit a 5-drop. That's not even any of the colors you have out. The opponent's just not in a good spot here now. Yeah, they basically, well, he didn't double strip mine himself because I was the one that played the Journey Mage, but he's not looking to be in good shape here. I'm going to just cast my 2/3, keep my board development up. Not just spew off a blink of an eye on a Llanowar Elves. I can just blink whatever he plays with Llanowar Elves if he can play something with it. Okay, so if he plays Cloud Reader Sphinx, I can pierce the sky, which is even better. He hit an island. What are the odds of him drawing island? Opponent's not getting as punished as they should be for that play that they just made. I'm definitely going to use Arcanist for mana to cast Pierce the Sky if I don't draw land, just so I can get another Corrosion Druid into play. But I don't have to. Okay, things are looking good. Yeah, opponent kind of screwed themselves here. Huh. I feel like they should have just lost the game when they made that play, but they actually like were semi in it. If I didn't have like a kill spell, which would be kind of weird if I didn't, but okay. Bolas's clutches. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six, yeah. We got him. Hooray. On to game 2. The Pierce guy seemed good there. I don't know if I want multiples though. We'll just run it back. He's like a 4-color control deck. Our deck matches up incredibly well against that because of Verdant Force and Zahid and Steel Leaf Champion. Okie doke. Lots of medium cards greater than 3 good cards. I mean, all of my cards are good though. Like, it's not like I have bad cards outside of these ones. Like, every card in my deck is pretty great. Got a Syncope, Weight of Memory, Cloud Reader, Sphinx, Journey Mage. I'm liking my deck. Oh, opponent said hello, good luck. Oh. I didn't see the message. I'm not going to reply now. Now it seems like BM. If you only reply after you win a game, it's kind of bad. You will keep. I feel like... Yeah, they didn't time walk themselves. Oh no, turn 1 Llanowar Elves, not again. We hit a land, perfect. Howling Golem, that's fine. We will play our forest in the hopes that we draw Steel Leaf Champion with one of these 2 draws. Oh my gosh. Opponent's attacking me with the Llanowar Elves.
Desperate.
Another Llanowar Elves, oh no. He can cast like a 5-drop next turn. Okay, we're going to Skittering Surveyor.
Yeah.
Yes, we would like to search. We will get an island, and then we'll discard an island. Okay, we can block his Llanowar Elves now. Okay, not blocking. I'm like discarding the hand size because I've just got all my cards that replace themselves. Okay, that's a good draw. Okay, we'll play Skittering Surveyor.
Dad, I'm gonna wash that when I get home.
Everyone's gone. Thank goodness. Sorry for everyone who felt disrupted or anything. Okie doke. You're still waiting for me to do a Vintage League. I would be happy to do a Vintage League. Vintage seems fun. I watched Reed Dukes. He made a video on a vintage deck that he was using. That looked fun. Yeah, it just seems kind of cool. Jor is familiar. Okay. Have I drawn a relevant spell? I've drawn 5 lands in a row. Okay, not me. I'll take you up on that soon. I just need to win this draft, and then we'll figure out when. Okay. Play land. And pass and discard to hand size again. This is so dumb. We've drawn 5 cards, and all of them have been lands. I mean, we did fetch 2 lands with these guys, but we drew for 2 turns in a row. We had like 4 draws. I guess maybe 4 draws and 3 of them were lands. Maybe I exaggerate. Oh my gosh, another land. We're going to bounce this thing. Oh my god. And we didn't want to cast Weight of Memory because we already have so many cards in hand. Okay, there's your familiar. Wow. Finally a spell. Hopefully this works out for us. Yay! We did it! We cast a spell! Oh my gosh! Opponent still has only 5 lands in play somehow. They've drawn like just as many cards as me. And they're just getting hosed. That's kind of sick, not me. Vintage is cool. Lots of powerful things you can do. Though it does probably feel pretty bad to lose when they just go like Black Lotus, Jace on turn 1. And you're just like, oh, dang. Ugh. Ugh. That's crazy, Nami. What deck were you playing? I was watching LSV stream at the time, so I know what deck he was playing. He was playing Paradoxical Storm. He likes that deck a lot. I think this is going to be pretty easy to win. We just need to slam our Verdant Force. You can't kill with Blood Tallow Candle. You're playing Blue-Red Delver. Oh my gosh, he's using his candle on my Crozen Druid? Okay, he already tapped the mana to show me his plan, so I'm just going to single block it. You're crafty, opponent. Too clever for me. Got him. Oh, man. Oh my gosh. How many lands do I have left? I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 6, that's 13. So I'm actually running out of lands in my deck. We're going to bounce a Llanowar Elves. He must just be really color screwed. Maybe he's just splashing red. And I don't understand. He's 20 cards into his deck. Maybe he's just getting really unlucky. I mean, then again, I'm kind of flooding. Okay, he'll attack. I'll trade. Oh, there's the spell. We finally killed the Howling Golem. Victory! Opponent has 10 cards in their hand. Oh my gosh. Oh, Thorn Elemental. Pfft. Please. Dang. I kind of just want to cast Verdant Force. I'm gonna cast Burden Force. He can like deal direct damage to me with the Thorn Elemental, but I can bounce it next turn. Yep. Okay, he's back on the Land Royals plan. Okay. Bounce this thingy. If he trades his entire board for this, I'm probably going to be fine, but I don't want him to have too much going on. Like if he has Gift of Growth, this is kind of an aggressive attack. I don't know, maybe it's just a horrible attack. But I kind of am afraid of his Thorn Elemental, so I want to kill him. Yeah, that's what I thought you'd do, opponent. What I thought. Oh, he's got his blue mana now. Definitely he's not going to cast a blue spell, he's just going to recast Thorn Elemental. Ah. Unfortunate. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Getting wrecked. We'll run it back. That was just like really unfortunate. He was just waiting on that. That was his long game plan. He had a long. He was planning for the long haul there. We were planning for the draw non-lands. Unfortunate. It happens though. It happens. I mean, I'm sure I could have done something there. I could have like tried to trade with the Thorn Elemental. I could have killed the Llanowar Envoy, though that seems really bad when he has the Thorn Elemental still. But I can't really trade with Thorn Elemental because he had a candle. Okie doke, let's try to get the 2-1. I feel like our deck deserves a 2-1. Our deck is very good. Yeah, very true, not me. I think we played that game fine. I don't think like some games they have better cards. I'll play first. Ooh. All we need is a forest, and we have a Skittering Surveyor, so at the very worst, we're going turn 4 Steel Leaf. But we could rip a forest off the top, and then really get him. Get him. Yep, turn 1 Llanowar Elves. I mean, he does have multiple, so he will draw them a lot of games, but would be nice if he didn't have one on turn 1. Okay, Surveyor. Forest. Forest, forest. Dang it. Ugh. Drawing 2 islands is the actual worst. Those are just, ugh. Ugh. Disgusting. Feels bad, man. Okey-doke. Attack with both, opponent. Do it. Oh dear. Welcome back, lands. I missed you. Jeez. This was a 3-land opener. We've drawn a land every... No, we haven't drawn a land every turn. We drew island, island. Maybe we did just draw island, island, island. Because we started with 3 lands, and then we got 1 land, and then we've had 3 draw steps. So yeah, we've drawn island, island, island. Feels bad, man. Cloud Reader Sphinx would be great here. We could bounce Llanowar on elves, but that doesn't really do a ton. Because, yeah. We're just going to get some lands out of our deck. We've essentially drawn land every turn because that's just another ramp spell when we already have infinite lands. Oh man, opponent with the tech doesn't want me to get my Skittering Surveyor lifestyle going. Wow, we can't bounce that. That's unfortunate. Feels bad, man. We could bounce our own guy. And then, yeah. We could bounce it and then replay it. But he's just going to Blood Tallow Candle it. Ugh. I'm just going to bounce his Llanowar Elves. Kind of makes him lose a mana for a turn. Hopefully just cast Cloud Reader Sphinx this turn and I can Pierce the Sky it, gain a ton of tempo. He does have 2 lands that can become spells, so I just need to draw. I need to draw one of my good cards, like a Zahid or a Verdant Force. No blocks. No blocks. Opponent's deck seems quite bad. Yeah, it just seems bad. Yeah, he does have a lot of Llanowar Elves. But just Llanowar Elves is not enough to win a game. Though, against my deck, you could probably win with any deck. Because I have, like, infinite lands. Infinite. I can actually save my guy if he goes for the Blood Tallow Candle play, which is kind of nice. Which I will probably do. It's a nice little bit of value. Come on, no, not Thorn Elemental. Dang, maybe I should have bounced Llanowar Elves just so he couldn't cast Thorn Elemental this turn. I can just bounce Thorn Elemental though. Okay, there's the Thorn Elemental. That's a fine draw. Okay, now we can counter his Thorn Elemental. Then we just need to find a big enough creature to block a Snapper. Counter unless you pay 3. Yeah, that seems fine. We're going to attack him, see if he'll trade. Because we are winning the race. Not going to block. Maybe I should have been attacking earlier than that. Ugh. If you cast a creature this turn instead of Blood Tallow Candling, I can maybe just get Ancient Animus value by like suiciding into a bigger creature. This game's close. If I draw like Divination here, or a Baloth Gorger, or something of size, Verdant Force would be a good draw. I have a chump here, which is pretty free. But then he can attack with his elves, but I save more damage in the long run that way. He's in the tank. Jeez. Jeez, jeez, jeez. Zahid would be a great draw. Okay, he got his Sphinx. Where is he scrying? One on top, one on the bottom. That was probably our best possible draw. Infinite chump blockers for this thing. Feels good, man. Zahid might have been better. I'm not sure. That's not great for me. Opt. He kept opt on top. He put it on the bottom. And if he attacks a snapper, I can throw out a triple block and make him use his candle. Partick Wanderer, that's fine. I can kill that with my Ancient Animus, which I will do. If he blocks 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but I can just kill that, so I can attack with both. Just use my candle on that thing. And if he does that, then he just loses the game pretty much, because I kill his snapper and his surveyor. Yes, goodbye, snapper. We had very good draws there right in a row. Though, to be fair, we did draw a lot of lands before that. Howling Golem, okay. So if we attack like this, then he'll go block, block. Yeah, we'll keep these guys back. We don't want his Howling Golem to draw multiple cards. And Blood Tallow Candle means he can't, like, pentablock one. Yeah, pentablock. Nice term. Feels good. This game really turned around when we drew this 7/7. The bower shuddered, the stillness broke. The scurf shifted, and a being emerged from the flower and ferns. Flowers and ferns. What is scurf? I guess I don't know. Even if he draws Mountain Fight with Fire, I don't know if he can win. That was a nice little draw for us from the Howling Golem. Yeah. Oh, right. I didn't even remember that he had the candle. He could have killed my Verdant Force and I totally wouldn't have noticed. Okay. Wow, I almost punted this game. That was a very bad attack. 2 cards on the bottom. Sure, bud, you can kill one of my saplings. Take 1 billion. The army of the saplings. Hooray! We got the 2-1. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. We almost had a 3-0 too. Well, anyway, that is going to do it for this YouTube video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. Also, be sure to share the video with your friends. If you have any questions or comments about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comments section down below, and I will happily respond with my thoughts or answers. If you would like to catch me streaming live, you can find me on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. There will be a link to that in the description down below. And yeah, I apologize for the background noise for some of the draft, but such is life. But yeah, that is going to do it for this draft video. Our deck was pretty sick. I think we played pretty well. Maybe could have played a little bit tight. Yeah, we lost to Siege Gang Commander is essentially what it was, but we might have been able to win that if we played a little better or if we were a little better. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.